Hello, everyone. I am so happy to say happy holidays to everybody. I thought it was appropriate that I just stop in for a moment to say thank you for support this year. And for those of you who have been a part of the Lighten Up 2023 challenge, I hope that you are celebrating the light. And I am thankful to my clients from this year, if you were a coaching client. And I am thankful for those of you who have danced with me, lifted with me, stretched with me in the virtual studio. Look forward to lots of new stuff to come in 2024. And lastly, for those of you who joined me for either Mirror Board or Embody Love and really got a chance to explore how you feel about yourself and how you experience life. Thank you for being a part. And I look forward to the Embody Love reunion tomorrow with the participants of Embody Love. So thank you to everyone. I'm really celebrating the fact that I'm still here, spreading hopefully the the joy of health and wellness and what that can mean. So I encourage you to check out what I have going on embodywell.com. And I just wanted to do a quick recap as well of the year of Lighten Up that we started. And every month we had a challenge. I'm just going to do a quick recap of the challenges that we went through to say thanks and to remind you that this is not something that's just for this year, not something that's just for a month, but things that you can incorporate into your life ongoing. So to start with, we in January, I like to do this personally, and I've done this for the last 2 years. Is we spent a month lightening up our surroundings, really just focusing on finding things that we could release, and they didn't have to be something that we could physically lay our hands on. Because remember, this is all about lightening up physically, mentally, emotionally. So if there are, words that you don't want to use anymore, or um, things that you want to not do anymore in terms of your behaviors or your actions, and just let those go, and not be about fighting or but really just be about releasing with love. So that's what January was. And then in February, we lightened up through movement. We found ways to move more every day on an ongoing basis, sitting less, taking walks, particularly after meals, and finding opportunities for non-exercise opportunities to move. So that was February, and that was really also for the heart, since it is Heart Month. March, we lightened up with positivity and thinking about how we could be more positive, how we could find the gift, which is what Mirror Board is all about, and something that is really, really has made a difference in my life personally. Is just appreciating more often, and lots of folks use gratitude journals or whatever your method is. How can you look for more opportunities to be positive, to find that glass half full? That's to compliment others even. So you look beautiful today. And I really, these are all parts of my personal journey and ways in which I try to incorporate in my life for my health and well-being. A lot of people think about, disconnection between the mind and body, and these are things that interweave mind and body aspects. In April, we lightened up with the breath. And a lot of folks don't think about it. Breathing in itself, intentionally breathing, is a meditation. So even if you stop and take 5 minutes, research has shown that you can benefit not only in terms of your mood, but in terms of your stress level. And stress, again, contributes to weight gain and anxiety and depression and high blood pressure. So there are all of these, again, mind body aspects that can be helped and supported with breathing deeply, belly breathing, what's called cyclic sighing. So, find 5 minutes, especially if you're feeling signs of stress for you. Find 5 minutes and laugh more. Laughter is a big exhale and really allows you to expel any stale air and allow fresh air and lots of it into your body. And then in May, we focus specifically on laughter and being mindful of how often you were laughing, how easy it is for you to laugh, because those are also indicators of what's going on with you, both in the mind and the body. And and then in June, we focus on lightening up our plate and how. As you know, and if you haven't followed me yet over on the Real Vegetabilirian, I focus on vegetables. And it's not about veganism. Vegetabilirian is focused on getting more vegetables, whether or not you have meat. So it embraces all styles, but really focuses on, when people say plant based, I always think, okay, but there are lots of things that you can consider to be plant based that are not food sources. And veggies are so, so good for you. And I'll be posting some research soon to augment the Real Vegetabilirian channel. So really lighting up your plate with vegetables, going for vegetables first on your plate, filling up half of your plate with vegetables every time you sit down, eating vegetables first. So I'll be sharing some research about that soon. And that took us through middle of the year. And then in July, lightening up by finding your tribe. What does that mean? That means finding people that are supportive of you and really have your back. And that enables you to lighten your load when you can spread it and really feel the support. And I have I don't want to get choked up, but I have such a supportive family and set of friends. And I am so grateful for coming through this life journey and reaching this point because they are really my lights, all of my individual lights. And then in August, we talked about lightening up with sleep and getting your rest and how transformational getting your sleep can be. And there's so many folks who say, I get 5 or 6 hours and I'm good. It's the little things and the things that you don't notice. And I encourage you to spend a week even really trying to get that 7 to 8 hours of sleep and see if you notice a difference. I honestly, I believe that 99% of people who get less than that will see a huge difference when they do. So again, lightening up with sleep and really getting your rest and your recovery. So as a stress coach, I focus on stress and sleep is one of those opportunities that your body has to recover from the stress of the day. And when you don't give it that full amount of time, it really can take toll. In September, we focused on lightening up your social media. And what that meant is really, you've probably heard of tech detoxes. It's really focusing on what you're consuming in social media and how you can find positive things to share. And that's a whole nother segment, right? What you consume and then what you share with others. Is it uplifting? Is it bringing light to other people's lives? How are you managing that? And how are you lightening up and lightening others with what you participate and interact with in social media? And then in October, we lightened up with hydration. The heaters were starting to come on. And so being hydrated, your body is 75% water. You are 75% water. It is absolutely critical that you have hydration and that your body has a transport mechanism to not only bring nourishment to your cells, but also to transport all of the byproducts, right? The things the waste products that we want to get rid of. So again, lightening up with hydration. And in November, how do we get lighter? Using our core. If your core is not as strong as it can be, your body is not as light on your feet as you can be. So really, one of the little techniques that I use sometimes is every time I sit down, I get back up one more time, not using any hands, so that I can really kind of check in on my core and my balance. Otherwise, you can, when you're driving, just tighten and release your core a couple of times. Again, 5 minutes of that, and you don't have to be on your back doing, as long as you are engaging that core, making it work, intentionally contracting and using that core. That's what's important. Um, and in December, here we are, recapping, um, being grateful for, appreciating the year that we've had. And, you know, meditation has become an integral part of my life. I was just speaking with a client and bringing meditation into her life, however that is for you. Actually, I'm going to step back and not say meditation, but a practice that you have for restoring your body, whatever that is, restoring your mind, whatever that is. And ideally, there's something that you can find that you can get that restoration from both, for both. Um, Eating mindfully, really enjoying your food. The holiday season is a time for wonderful foods. And a lot of people talk about portion control. Well, one of the ways you can control your portions is by really being mindful as you eat, really savoring the flavor of these foods, and then taking your time to feel when you're full. And bring a takeaway container, bring some Tupperware so that you can stop and have some for later and enjoy that later. And then, with stretching, that is another way that you can become very aware of what's happening in your body. And so Sunday stretch, we're always here doing light stretches on Sundays at 3:30 on YouTube. So please, please, please join us for Sunday stretch. And with that, I really thank all of you again for supporting Embody Well. Look forward to the 2024 and two other endeavors I'm working on, which have grown out of my work with Embody Well. Mirror Board, which I mentioned, which we're now extending to actually enable coaches to use Mirror Board with their clients, as well as other mental health professionals. And then Embodied Love, which is all about deep self-love, going beyond self-care and really focusing on what is your root, the spring of that makes you motivated and incented to do self-care is self-love really deeply. And then GYN Connect, which is my passion project with Dr. Rochelle Wolf. Mirror Board is with Phoebe Jonas, another coach and friend. And again, just so blessed to celebrate that. So GYN Connect is going to be your health resource for those of you born female, to bring you the resource that is relevant to you, which is not accessible these days. So again, look for that. Follow me on gyn.connect. And with that, I hope to see you in the studio. If you're looking for a health and wellness coach to walk with you on your fitness or wellness journey, if you're looking for a stress coach, if you're looking for a fibroid coach, I'm here. And I'm looking forward to next year and lots of new things, celebrating light, love, and happiness with you. And thank you.